Hi, welcome to Weekend Box Office Predictions and Movie Review. Today is Friday, June 24th, 2016. My name is Craig and I'm your host. Hey, happy Friday. It's been hot and crazy here. Hoping that we have a good weekend though coming up. Just get some relaxation and all that, so hopefully you guys can do the same. Hey, for today's show, we're going to review 4 new movies. I'm going to give predictions on those as well as some holdovers. And also another story on Conjuring 2 of a fan. Something occurred while they were watching the movie. So, hey, the other thing is, will we have another $100 million movie this weekend? Got Independence Day coming out. Been 20 years in the making, so just wait. Tune in here and we'll find out in a short bit. Hey, first new movie on review is Free State of Jones. It stars Matthew McConaughey, Gugu Mbatha-Raw, if I'm even saying that right, Mahershala Ali, Kerry Russell, and Christopher Barry. What this movie's about is Newt Knight is a farmer in Mississippi, and this is during the Civil War, and he decides that he's had enough, basically, so he leads a rebellion. There's a lot of free slaves that are with him, and they decide to attack the Confederacy and to try to become a free state. Eventually his uprising does come to where Jones County is able to secede from the Confederacy, and that's where the story goes from there. Hence the title of the movie, Free State of Jones. So, to me, this movie looks good, though. I'm a little biased on the fact that I love history. I love the Civil War. So, and also Matthew McConaughey is one of my favorites. Reviews on this movie, they're only okay, though. There's been a lot of 5s and 6s. That's been about the average score out of 10. I don't see Matthew McConaughey picking a poor project, though, so I think the movie will probably do a lot better once it's out on DVD and streaming and all that. It is playing in 2,800 theaters at 2 hours and 19 minutes, and it is rated R, so those couple of things might be going to hold it back on how much it does make this weekend. I think it'll just barely top out at $10 million. I'm going to give a prediction of $10.1 million for this coming weekend. Next is the movie The Neon Demon. It stars Ellie Fanning, Christina Hendricks, Keanu Reeves, Abby Lee, and Jenna Malone. What this movie's about is Jessie. She ventures to LA to continue to pursue her modeling career, and there's a group of women out there that, hey, they want what she wants because she seems to have it all. So the story goes from there, and she's also described as being the dangerous girl throughout this movie, or is she? You know, so it's where it kind of goes from there on the storyline. Reviews are all over the place on this movie. Some very low reviews, some very high. Overall, though, the average scores have been around a 7 out of 10, so it's going to do okay overall for the amount of theaters it's going to be playing in. And this movie, or that number, I've even seen all over the place, from 780 up to 1,000 plus. So overall, though, it's just under 2 hours playing time. I'm going to give a prediction of $2.3 million for this coming weekend. Next is The Shallows. Stars Blake Lively, Oscar Jernada, and Brett Cullen. And what this movie's about is Blake Lively plays a surfer named Nancy who is out surfing, and she's attacked by a great white shark. She manages to get away, but she ends up on a rock formation that's a couple hundred yards away from the shore. So at that point, she's got to figure out, how am I going to get back? Well, there's really no one else around, so she's got to kind of do all this on her own. A couple things she faces is the tide rising, and also there's a buoy that's close by, so she does also try to manage to swim to that, and more drama and action happens at that while she's on the buoy as well. So reviews are okay, 6 and 7s. Rotten Tomatoes actually has this at 95%, so which is very interesting on seeing that people are wanting to see it. To me, this movie does look good. I think it'll be very entertaining. Got a little bit of the horror aspect, Jaws, all that kind of stuff mixed in as well. It's only an hour and 27 minutes, so it's going to play very quickly. 2,800 theaters. I think this movie will start off with a decent weekend at $11.8 million for this coming weekend. Last big movie for this weekend is Independence Day. Resurgence stars some new people, some of the same. Liam Hemsworth, Jeff Goldblum, Bill Pullman, Micah Monroe, Jesse Usher, Celia Ward, Judd Hirsch, Vivica Fox, and Brent Spiner's back. So it's going to be interesting to see all the roles that they're going to be playing 20 years later from where they were in the first movie. The aliens are back. We've done our best by learning the previous alien technology on how to defend ourselves, but the aliens that do return are bigger, badder, and they just want to conquer all again. So, story in a nutshell, probably mimics the same, a lot to a point. Just going to be expanding on the action, more blowing up, I'm sure, and all that good stuff. So, it's not reviewing very well. Mostly, I've seen a lot of 3s and 4s. Average I've seen those 5 and 6, but I'm not really seeing a lot of 8, 9, and 10. So it's not looking good from a critic standpoint. However, though, a lot of people will go see this movie. Is it going to make $100 million this weekend? No, it's not. I don't think it's going to come anywhere close. It is only playing at 2 hours. So my prediction for this movie will be 56.31 for this coming weekend. It does have a shot to maybe reach the 60s, but I just don't see it happening. So holdovers. Finding Dory will be #1 again. This movie's going to do very well again this weekend. It's hard to kind of pinpoint with this being a second weekend. Is it going to make $100 million? No, but I think it's going to come decently close. I'm going to put it in at $81 million for this coming weekend with a 40% drop. Next will be Central Intelligence. Had a great start last weekend. I'm going to give it a 50% drop at $17 million. Next is The Conjuring 2. I'm going to give it a 65% drop at $5.5 million for this coming weekend. Next is Now You See Me 2. I think this movie will drop again at $4 million for this coming weekend. Next is Warcraft. This movie should be wrapping up here soon, at least in the U.S., at $2.5 million for this coming weekend. And last is X-Men. I think it'll have a weekend of $2.65 million. Lastly, movie news on The Conjuring 2. Another person apparently got possessed while they were watching this movie. There was a lady in Malaysia that while she was viewing the movie, demonic spirits actually entered her body, according to the report. There's actually a YouTube video that was taken of this as well. So if you just type in Malaysian lady demon possessed on YouTube, should pop right up. So kind of interesting. She does a lot of screaming. Is it real or not? Who's to say? So, but hey, that's it for today's show. Hey, please make some predictions in the comments below. I'll share those with others on Monday. I love seeing what other people are thinking and how they're leaning towards this movie weekend. So, especially Independence Day, just give me your thoughts on that. So, hey, I'll be back on Monday giving you predictions you can count on that are better than the weatherman. Take care.